Bonjour, hola, konnichiwa, annyeonghaseyo, ni hao. My name is Cynthia Chandra, and I am an internationally trained artist. I have shown my art in Japan, UK, France, and USA. My passion is to encourage artists to grow and thrive in their creative soul. This world needs to see your unique perspective. I want to give you the skills and techniques to connect you with your own creativity and the tools you need to express your beautiful soul. I donate 10% back to animal rescues to protect our beautiful world that has inspired my art.
Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well today. I am Cynthia Chandra. I'm coming here to you live from my studio at Cynthia Chandra Art. Art for animal, Cynthia Chandra Nature Art for Animal Rescues. It's a tongue twister sometimes. There's lots of S's. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, hey, Matthew! Rock on! Yeah! So today we are going to be painting a cute fish, and one of my friends was saying, "Here, fishy, 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 fishy." So I'm excited to get drawing this. So if you don't have it yet, go ahead and grab yourself a piece of paper and a pencil and an eraser, and then we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a second. I'm trying to pull up my fish image so I know what I'm drawing so I can look at something too. We've been working on these drawings for, I think it's been 9 days now I've been going live. So we're doing 14 days of free drawing classes, just in time for my 10 days of drawing classes to start. They're going to be starting very soon, actually. They're going to start February 8th, so a week from tomorrow. So if you are interested at all in joining those art classes, I have a link for you, and you can officially join. Woohoo! So here, let me post a link for y'all. And if you want to join, whenever you join, you get a download of the e-journal. So you get a journal that you can print and follow along with me. And then you can join our group. And we're going to be doing 10 days. How exciting is that? 10 days of oh, my thingy's having issues loading. It says error. It's okay. So we're going to have 10 days. How exciting is that? 10 days for $10. So nice. All right, so I'm going to pull up my image here. I've been having like a crazy busy Sunday, and I've oddly accomplished a lot today. I don't know if you guys have or not, but I feel like I accomplished I had 15 tasks today, and I accomplished 20 tasks today. So like I had Earl Grey tea this morning. I had 2 cups, and I was like ready to go. So I hope that the rest of the week is this I guess active. I don't know how to say that. So Matthew says that he is holding out for Art After Dark. Actually, Matthew, I opened up the group. I don't have, I haven't like started the membership process yet, but I have made a Facebook group. So eventually we will have an Art After Dark, which will be really fun. And it won't be what it sounds like though. It'll be for 18 and older, and we'll be able to draw live models, which I think will be really fun, and we can talk about whatever we want to. So hopefully, now that you've heard me talk for 5 minutes, you have your pencil and your paper ready, and today we are going to be making an angelfish. So the first thing for angelfish is to do an, let's make this as circle shape. So you're going to draw this light because you are going to be erasing it. Sounds like what it sounds like. All right. I think it'd be really cool too, because I have a lot of friends that do photography and do paintings that are usually aren't allowed like in community centers or in art galleries that are for families, but they're beautiful. It's just the human form, and it's lovely artwork, and I'd love to like show them and have them come in and talk about their process, because some of them have fantastic art. But anyways, first up we have the 10 learn to draw in 10 days for $10. But then yeah, after that I'm going to be working towards having an art after dark group, which will be really fun. I miss having that opportunity to have studio time and to work with models, and to really like to get inspired by the human figure. The human figure is so beautiful. All right, so we have our circle for our fish, and the next thing that we're going to draw is the front part of the fish's face. Now, the front part of the face is it's kind of triangular, but it's a wide triangle, and you're going to want to make the lines rounded. So you have your triangle and your circle. Kind of looks like when I was a kid and I was drawing a duck. All right, so now we're going to erase this line, because we don't need that line anymore. And we're going to erase the top part of our triangle. Not very much, just the top part of it. And we'll come back to that later. Now we are going to draw a small rectangle off the back of it. Kind of looks like, I don't know, candy corn or something. And then we're going to draw a curved line up for the tail, curved line down for the tail. Now you can make these as fluid as you want to. It's sometimes when you're making fish, it's very fun to make fish. And now we're going to make that crescent shape. So it's half a circle. You're going to circle back. If you have trouble making just a half circle, you can make a whole circle and then erase it. Okay, so now we have our tail. It looks very strange to have such a straight line for the tail. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our circle and we're going to arc it down and connect it to our tail in a very fluid line. You can think of it bowing up, just like everything grows up and out. Same thing down here. You're going to arc it down and up to the tail. And now I'm going to erase all these extra lines, including my rectangle. And you can start to see our fish shape starting to appear here. Pretty cool, I think. So now we have the front of our fish, and we're going to make it a little bit down for the forehead, because fish have a bit of an underbite. So we're going to want this lip to come up a little bit higher. And then we're going to want to make this line a little bit more smooth here too. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to bring it down and make our lip. So lips on the sideways is that shape that we've been making, that teardrop petal. It's in everything, guys. If you can make a teardrop shape, you're golden. And then the bottom lip is going to come down. So teardrop shape, and the bottom lip is going to come down. So we have our teardrop shape, They're kind of sad looking too. And then our bottom lip is going to come down. And your bottom lip is probably going to come inside of that triangle you drew earlier. Okay, now erase your extra lines here. If you did what I did and you have a weird bump, you can always fix that. You can always erase things. You can always go back and fix that stuff. I don't know why I had a weird bump, but I had a weird bump. There you go. Make it smooth. How better? That's why God made erasers, right? Okay, so our face of the fish, if you can imagine another circle, you have to draw a circle. You can draw a circle, totally fine. But it's going to come back like that. Our crescent shape. And this is also going to be where we're going to draw our gills. So the gills come down, and then you just do a couple lines. So think of it as a rounded rectangle with a couple lines for the gills. Mine kind of comes to a little bit of a point. I like it that way. You can make yours how you want it to be. And now we are going to draw our first fin. So my line is curved for the base, for the base of the fin, because normally the fins aren't straight. They're curved and they're fluid and moving. So the base is going to be curved, and then you're also going to curve this line coming up like that. And you're going to make another line curving inward like that. But it's not going to be quite as long. And now you're going to make almost like a bump in and out and connect your lines. So bump in and back out to your line. And then I went over this again to make it a little darker. So with these fins, you're going to make those lines again, but your lines are going to be curved. They're not going to be straight, because if you make them straight, it's going to look very odd. So remember, they are moving, living things. So they're very fluid. Okay, so we have one fin. We have our face. Now let's make an eyeball. You know, the iconic eyeball. So you're going to make another circle. And let me see, what do I have that's about that size? You could use a chapstick if you need to trace around something. That'd be a great size for tracing. Sometimes even like pens have like the perfect size circle. So you can, if you need to trace, you can find something to trace. Okay, so we did the inside of our eye. I'm just making it a little darker, guys. And then you're going to draw another circle around the outside of the eye. And fish have these huge fish eyes that are very open and wide. I mean, they're like this. Poor fish. Okay, so now we are going to draw our dorsal fin. So the dorsal fin is going to curve up and out, and you can have fun with this, guys. You can make this as curved as you want, because if you think about it, when fish are swimming, it moves every which way. So you can have fun with this line. Add your own little style to it and your little finesse. And then you're going to come back in slightly and curve like an S, down and back. So you're going to curve down and back. Okay, if you need to practice on the other side, that's totally cool too. I don't really like how my curve turned out up here. It's kind of too high, so I'm going to try again. I think I want it to curve a little lower. Yeah, much better. You can always fix things. You can always erase things. It's totally fine to make mistakes. The important thing is that you just keep on going. There you go. So you can make this as funky as you want it to be. And now we're going to add the detail that makes it look like a fin, which is, I'm going to draw it darker so you can see it. So you have your line. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's going to give it this really cool edge texture. So up like a straight line, down and over. It's kind of like a rectangle. So up and down, up and down. So we're going to do that, up and down. And when we come down, we're going to come the whole way back down and kind of curve it in. So up and down, up and down, up. And as we're getting up higher, you're going to start making it more curved. Down, up. Now, if you need to practice this on the back, that's totally cool. If you make a mistake and you need to erase it, totally cool. This part is probably going to be the most difficult part to do, just because it requires you to concentrate a little bit on coming back on the same line. When I'm painting fish, I always have trouble doing this part. I don't know why. It just is what it is. So I'm going to keep trying to make it more curved, because what's going to happen is at the very top of my fin, I'm going to want to create that line. There's definitely something underneath my paper. It's way bumpy. Okay, so now we have that really neat fin shape. And what I'm coming back in and doing is adding like a couple more lines in here, just to make it look a little more even. Some of them are lighter, some of them are darker, and that's just giving it some fun texture. Okay, now you're going to come in and do this part of your fin, but you're not going to come up with it. You're just going to come to the edge. All right? And if you think you need your fin to be a little wider, you can totally make it a little wider. You need to come down more. Kind of do your own thing with it. All right, so the next part is our fins that hang down, and this one is a male because it has its pointed penile fin. So you're going to come down like a triangle and then give yourself some lines. And there's going to be another fin on the other side. So you're going to come down in a triangle again and give some lines. Triangle down and give it some lines. Right, now for this one, it's going to be a similar shape, but it's going to come down this way, and it's not going to be quite as long. So you're going to come down and up. And then we're going to mimic the top of it. Come down and up. And then we're going to do that same thing that we did at the bottom. We're going to give it some lines. Make it look like it's folding in on itself. We're going to curve it a little darker here to make it look like it's folding in on itself because he is swimming. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make those square shapes. So we're going to go up. Let's square down and back, up, square down and back, up, square down, whoop, and back, up, square down and back, up, whoop, square down and back. It's harder for me to do it at the bottom. I don't know why. Square down and back. And you know what the fun part about this is this is something that you don't have to do. This is something that you're doing for yourself, to enjoy, trying to capture something, to take a break, to have fun. So you don't have to make things perfect. Nothing in nature is perfect. That's one of my favorite things about making nature art, is that the more imperfect it looks, the more natural it looks. I think I'm going to make this come down a little bit more. So I want it to be a little more flowy. So I'm just going to add some texture there. So yes, make it your own. Make it fly how you want it to go. Now we are going to do our line again, and this one is going to curve in the opposite direction. So this curves, this crescent shape curves this way, and this crescent line is going to curve this way. Now we're going to make these pointed lines, but we're going to make them very light and very thin. Very close together. And if you notice, I'm kind of coming to the same point here. If you need to draw a line to remind yourself of the point, you can. And then just erase the line later. And notice I'm curving my lines. This way I'm curving up, and this way I'm curving down. And then in the middle, they're kind of more straight. Okay, now some of these points are going to extend to make that jagged edge of a fishtail. Just a couple of them to kind of give you that idea that it's rounded and it curves in on itself. Okay, so once you do that, if you did draw the line, you're going to want to erase the line now. And we are almost finished with our fish. The only thing that we have left to do is to add some stripings. So if you want to make some light striping, you can. Or if you are feeling brave, or you just want to have a little bit of extra fun, you can come in with paint and make these stripes. Watercolor would be awesome right now. Or, you know, you can come in with colored pencil. Just make it your own. You can make it whatever colors you want, whatever textures you want. Just have fun with it. So let me show you a little closer. I'm just doing light lines. Stripe up, stripe down, stripe down, stripe up. Kind of every other one, just like a zebra would be. It's hard to see. Can you see it? Okay, and once you feel satisfied with your fish, even if you don't particularly like it, that's totally fine. I still want you to sign it. You should always sign your work because you took the time today to try something new, and you should be very proud of yourself for doing it. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys sign up for the class. There's a link in the comments. And I hope that you have a fantastic week, fantastic night, and you continue to be your wonderful artistic self. Bye, everyone.